Now we're going to talk about some of the faults and fixes of the drop shot. Say you have an opponent that stays way back and you really want to work on that drop shot. You want to bring him in, or you notice the court's wide open for a drop shot. Some of the biggest problems people run into with a drop shot is, number one, they're just a little too tense and they're trying to drive the ball. They're spinning the ball, but it's going too straight over the net. We really want to work our drop shots and I like to call it getting a little more air under it, because we want it to drop just over the net and try to get it to bounce at least 3 times before it gets to the service line. That's considered a good drop shot. So very important to learn how to soften your hands up, take the pace off. I don't know if you've ever done an egg toss or a water balloon toss. That's kind of what you're doing with the tennis ball, is you're taking the pace off as you're putting the spin on the ball. You're taking the ball in and taking some of the pace off to control that ball. But you just want it just over the net. Let it hit on the other side and try to get enough backspin so it hits and bites. Similar to golf on a pitch, a good pitch has that backward spin, so when it hits, it bites and stays there. Here's what we're trying to do on the drop shot. We're trying to get a little more air under it, have a backspin so that it bites just on the other side of the net. So just under it, just over, have it bite and stay. So some of the big problems that we run into is we go too deep with our drop shot. Then you get in trouble, because then you're in a bad position and they can come up and really pass you very easily. So soften those hands up. Nice spin just on the other side of the net. Another thing that we can do on our drop shot is go to the angle rather than going directly back to them. That's another way that'll make it even more difficult for them to get to your drop shot. Go ahead and I'll show you the angle now. Go to the angle. It gives you a little more space to hit to, and then it's driving away from them or running away from them. Make it that much more difficult. The other thing to really remember on your drop shots, when you hit a drop shot, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to follow in behind it. So if I hit a drop shot coming right at you, here, I'm going to follow in right behind it. So if he gets to it, normally they're going to pop it up a little bit. I'm in a position to just put a volley away real easily. Or if they throw a lob up, it's going to be a very soft lob, and I have plenty of time to get back to it. But you want to follow in behind your drop shots. A very important part of drop shots. This is what people do wrong. They go through and they go through too hard. You want to really soften those hands up, get a little more air under. If you have to, think of maybe a basket or something just on the other side of the net and try to hit it in that basket each time. You'll really start softening things up if you want to practice doing your drop shots that way. But nice soft hands just on the other side. Easy to hit winners off that if you learn to control the ball. But you've got to be relaxed enough to do it. So you're softening those hands up. Coupled to the backhand side. Backhand side is exactly the same. We just put enough spin, soften the hands up, go to the angle, whatever we need to. But the drop shot can be quite a weapon if you do it properly. But very important, the fixes are very simple. Soften the hands up, enough backspin, and enough air under it so that it can go over the net, hit just on the other side. That will make you have the winning drop shot that you're looking for.